Let's talk about my riding partner. When I did the loop back in 22, I was solo. I did have a classmate of my high school classmate of mine rode with me for 4 days, and that was a lot of fun. But by and large, I did the loop on my own. And in the evenings, being able to show up at a marina and show up at the dock and, visit with people there. But I also did a lot of video editing, and that took up a lot of my evenings. So I wouldn't say I was lonely. I can manage on my own. That's fine. And I had a lot of hosts, and they certainly added a whole new dimension to the trip. But another big trip, I thought, it'd be kind of fun to have a riding partner, and a trip this long, mechanical. I'm going to use the same ski that I used on the Great Loop, and so mechanical failure risks are kind of increasing, and I'm in the currents, and with locks and dams and barges and tows, and so having a riding partner would be safer, and it would also bring an element of a lot of fun, being able to share the trip with somebody the whole way through. Now, trying to find the right person who is willing to go on a 3-4 month trip on a jet ski, riding 4 out of 5 days, 6 out of 7 days, and willing to kind of sun up to sundown. And we're going to do a lot of camping because we're on the rivers, riverbanks, sandbars. There's going to be more camping. Trying to find the right person for that, they're very hard to find. So as it happens, back in 22, when I did the loop and I put out all my videos and wrote the book, put it out there, there has been a couple dozen actually, people that have reached out. They're jet ski enthusiasts. They're interested in my trip. They're thinking of doing the trip. And since I did it, I was the third person to do it on a ski all in one summer. There have been 4 others that have done it. One did it in 2024. He did it in 22 days. That's crazy. And then 3 did it last year in 2025, including 2 different females. And so we had set up the 3 that were looping, and there were a couple others too in a text group that we just chatted kind of a lot of the summer, and kept in touch, and hey, what about this waterway, things of that nature. And so I just kind of kept in touch with those people, and sure enough, 3 of them were able to finish it in 2025. One of them being a retired firefighter from the Beverly Hills area, LA. And so in September of last year, it's like, wow, I'm going to be taking the Corvette, and I'm going to be doing a big, huge driving trip. I'm going to be within a half a day's drive of LA. I reached out to Amy and said, hey, let's go meet for lunch somewhere. I'd love to raise a glass and let's celebrate you. She was the first female to complete the loop on a ski. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. And so on my trip in August of 25, visited Amy, and I went to her house and she showed me her ski. And I'm like, oh wow, this is, I thought I prepared for the loop. She had it going on with her ski. She is masterful with fabricating various parts, and the things that she did to her ski, which we're doing to my ski now, or at least some of them, was amazing. And I immediately knew Amy was the type that was prepared. Which kind of in line with how I approach things. Like, I want to be prepared. I don't want to just jump on the ski and go. And so when we had lunch, I'm like, man, we should ride together. And she was like, yeah, we should. There's a couple of not day trips, maybe 3-day trip here or there. And I'm like, well, we could do that, or how about we ride the Mississippi River together? And so through the course of various conversations, it's like, yeah, maybe we'll ride the Mississippi together. And then as I took a turn of maybe not just the Mississippi, how about the whole thing? And so I threw it out to her, and it's like, she's like, well, I don't have anything going on next summer in 26 here. And so it's like, yeah, let's do it. And so it just kind of rolled into this, yeah, let's go do it. So I'm very confident in Amy's skills. Certainly as a mechanic, she's got, she brings a lot to the table in that element. She changes her own oil on the water, and is very comfortable working on the ski. I am mechanically minded, but just don't have the level of experience that she has. When she was firefighting, she was engineer, and she learned a lot of skills over the years in terms of run and ski. In her younger days, she was a professional endurance ski rider. So she would do 300-mile races and on a jet skis. So she has all kinds of experience on the water. I'm sure she'll be waiting on me versus me waiting on her. If anything, it's what do I bring to the table? And maybe it's some spreadsheet skills or something. I don't know. But that's how it came to be of riding with Amy. All right, I have to stick in a quick edit here because I'm learning more and more about Amy as we work on my ski. So not only does she have all the jet ski experience, racing, all that, but she's also done mountain bike races, such as the Leadville 100, which is extreme high altitude mountain bike racing, and all kinds of hikes that she's done, and endurance hikes. And then, as she puts it, anything with a motor in it that she can ride or drive, then she's into it. So she's done all kinds of quad races in her past, and endurance quad races at that, of course, and loves riding the sand dunes with her quads and motorbikes, and also even did some stock car racing. So I think Amy definitely has checked the box on endurance racing.